What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with another Stars and Anamnesis video. Today, we have all the information pertaining to the first part of the Valkyrie profile collab. Well, this is the second collab, but the first part of this, because there's going to be several banners over the course of the next month. The first one being with Azure, Lenneth, and Freya. So we're going to go over what we're getting, as well as we'll go over the unit stats, as well as Lenneth and Silmeria are going to be awakened, so you can awaken them to level 10, and obviously we'll go over their increased stats as well. Maintenance is still currently going on, but probably by the time this video goes up, the maintenance should be done if you were up this early in the morning. So very cool stuff. So let's just go over everything real quick. So obviously this will be the first banner that we'll have for the first 2 weeks, because I think each one is going to be like every 2 weeks. I went over it in my stream breakdown video. If you haven't checked that out, definitely do so. Now, what I don't know is because I know on the Japanese version, there are certain collab banners that gave out free multis. Now, I don't know if they're going to be doing it for this. It'd be cool if they did like a free multi for each one of these, but I honestly won't be able to tell you until the stuff actually comes out. So if they do free multi, I will obviously cover it in a video. And if they do not, then I won't be covering it. But anyways, we have the new banner. We have their weapons that they'll be getting, as well as we have a brand new Temple of Elements, great for people like me who've been stockpiling. I think I'm at like, what am I at on Global? I think I'm a little over 30,000, so that's 6 multis right now I have stocked up. I will not be spending on any of these collab banners. The units are cool, but I am not a Valkyrie profile person, so this is a great month for me to just stock up. The only one I really think I may spend on is, I don't know the character, but she looks cool. She's like a dark Lenneth. I don't know what her name actually is, but she looks cool, so I may spend a multi or two to try and get her. But, so that's what we're getting here. And then down here, obviously, this banner is returning, so if you want to try for these characters, you can. I have regular Lenneth. I did not pull Silmeria when they first came around, but that's fine. Fine with just having Lenneth. And obviously there will be a banner for their weapon as well as the event Blood Valkyrie, which was the Valkyrie profile event itself. Then down here we have more collab stuff. So obviously Valkyrie profile, the Purge Wizard Chapter 1. So this is going to come in chapters, this event. So we're going to have different parts of it. So this is obviously the first part of the new event. Then we have A Moment in History is getting Misery 2 and 3 difficulties. So for those who want to farm the higher stuff. And then Valkyrie profile, the, I should have just opened this before, the Purged Wizard collaboration campaign. So I assume there's going to be a login bonus with this. And now all we have left to go over is the stuff with the 4 units. So let's go over Azure Lenneth first, who is a sharpshooter, obviously joining us from Valkyrie profile. Lenneth has descended with her bow to help vanquish your enemies. So Azure Lenneth, like I said, sharpshooter. Rush mode is Skyrend Nibelung Velocity. That's a name. All element damage dealt plus 50%. Okay, so that's cool. Plus 50% for the party for 20 seconds. It is power 3,500% for attack, and it's a 7-hit move. The battle skills are Cinder Cone Collision, Homing Falcon, Starlight Fang, and Killing Thorn. Looking at the stats right now, 13,000 HP, pretty normal for a sharpshooter, 2,400 attack, and defense 1,700. So, you know, pretty decent. 2,400 is not too bad for a sharpshooter. Obviously, speed is what you want with a sharpshooter, since you're going to be keeping your distance. Just kind of get as many hits as you can in. Talent number 1 is Battle Maiden's Dignity 2, which is damage dealt plus 20% in AP recovery, speed plus 30% for the whole party. So that's actually very good. And I assume that's just a natural buff that you'll have when you're using Azure Lenneth out. Obviously the damage, usually they kind of separate it, so it would say damage dealt plus 20% party, and then AP recovery would be 30% party. So I'm wondering if this whole ability is for the party. I assume it is. I assume the damage dealt 20% and the AP recovery speed are all for the party. I could be wrong, though. Talent number 2 is Genesis Arrow, which is attack plus 10% when using Starlight Fang for 6 seconds. So if you spam Starlight Fang, you'll obviously get that buff. You know, at least try and use it every 6 seconds if you can. Talent number 3 is Soul of Loki 2. AP cost minus 30% during 3 skill combos or more, so keep those combos going. And talent number 4 is Pure White Plumage, which is adds damage taken plus 30% to Killing Thorn. So yeah, it just naturally makes Killing Thorn stronger for 8 seconds whenever that is active. So very cool. Lenneth, yep, just bow to vanquish your enemies. Obviously sharpshooter. Let's look over Freya, also from Valkyrie profile. Obviously, an ace invoker that can purify away your enemies with powerful attacks and the element of light. So she's like an exorcist. Rush mode is Ether Strike. AP cost minus 40% and critical hit chance plus 30% for 20 seconds. Very good. Power intellect times 4,000 and a 6-hit combo, so that's pretty decent. Battle skills are Victory Sword, Crimson Strike, Smackdown, and Heavenly Punishment. 15,000 for HP for an invoker is very decent. Attack and intellect are both 2,900, so that is also very, very decent. And the defense is 1,900. She's a great invoker. Seriously, awesome invoker. At least stat-wise. Talents are Light of Purity, imbues attack with light. Okay. Talent number 2, Freya's Prophecy 2, attack plus 20% and attack plus 35% at short range, and intellect plus 20%. So she's literally an invoker and an attacker at the same time, essentially. So it just depends like what you're kind of going for in the fight. So you want her to be an attacker, get in close. You want her to be an invoker, get far away. That's essentially how it kind of works. And obviously her buff for intellect 20%, 40% long range for party. The attack, the first one is only for her. The second one is for the entire party. So obviously she works better as an invoker if you are running more invokers on this team, invokers and healers. So she's definitely better for that. But obviously you can use her as an attacker if you really want to. Talent number 3 is Dispassionate Look, which is AP cost minus 25% at long range and rush mode damage plus 30% at 150 hits or more. So obviously if you're going to use her rush, get to 150 hits before you hit that so you can get that extra 30% damage. Talent number 4 is Goddess of Good Crops, which is just a normal buff. It looks like attack plus 10%, intellect plus 10%. So just add that 10% onto there and you're good. Very decent unit. Obviously, if you don't have a good invoker, I would say definitely try and pull for her because she seems like she could be very solid in the long run. And now we're just going to go over the buffs that Lenneth and Silmeria have gotten. So, obviously, Rush Mode has a level 2 now because this is Awakened. I have her fully leveled, so I think when this maintenance is done, I'll definitely get her to Awakening 10 and try her out. Power goes up to 4,000%. Let's see. So everything here just got level 2, and obviously you have a new battle skill you'll be able to use. Stats have increased, so 3,100 attack and 2,100 defense. So those are actually very decent upgrades. And then we'll just go over all the abilities real quick, all the talents real quick that are level 2. So attack plus 40% for the party, and attack damage taken plus 15% when silenced all enemies. So when you silence your enemies, they're getting hit harder, essentially. Dust of Ragnarok now has level 2, rush mode damage plus 20% for the party, and nullifies silence for the party for 120 seconds. So obviously she is a staple unit to be using for the Tower of Silence or whatever. Tower of Silence, I think it's what it's called. I might be wrong on what it's actually called, but there is a silencing tower. Talent number 4 is Shining Skyrend Armor level 2. Nullifies enemies' critical hit and charge assault, and attack can be evaded mid-air. That is very cool. Talent number 5. I don't know if I said 3. I meant 4. If I did, I apologize. So obviously she has more talents. 5 and 6. So 5 is Voice of Majesty. AP cost minus 50% during 3 skill combos or more. And talent number 6 is Temptation of the Dead. Attack plus 15% and defense plus 10%. So that'll get even higher right there. So she has a very, very good upgrade right there for an attacker. Let's go over Silmeria real quick. Someone I don't have. She obviously gets her level 2 rush mode. Her attack goes up to 4,000 for her rush. She's got level 2s for all her battle skills. She does not get a 5th battle skill, unlike Lenneth over here. But she does have 6 talents, which is good. HP goes up to 17,000, and attack goes up to 2,800. Still very good, especially for an awakened unit. Her first talent got a level 2, damage dealt plus 30% and 35%, 40%, 45% at those respective number of hits for the entire party. So obviously, if you want that extra damage dealt, try and stay over 200 hit combo and just kind of leave it there. Don't use your rush gauge until you have the boss close to dead, if you can help it. Talent number 2 is left the same. Talent number 3 gets a hit counter plus 3 seconds for party. Talent number 4, recover 5% HP every 3 seconds for a whole party. Talent number 5 is Goddess of Philanthropy. AP cost minus 10%, 20%, 30% at 50, 100, 150 hits respectively. And talent number 6 is Object Reading, which is an attack and HP boost of 15% each. So that's very, very good. And that's pretty much it for these units. So obviously, if you have these from the first collab event, go ahead and get them awakened. I'm sure they will be very decent. Obviously, I don't know how fast they're going to implement this, but obviously the Japanese version semi-recently has had this thing where the units will actually get bonus like drops and stuff if you use them for their corresponding events. Like, let's say they implemented that with this, which they won't. Azure, Lenneth, and Freya would, and as well as Lenneth and Silmeria, would increase drop rates for the Valkyrie profile event. But hopefully we'll get that sooner than later. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. That is everything we're going to be getting. Obviously, I will make another video in, I think it's 2 weeks when we'll get the next one, because there should be 3 collabs, I believe. I forget how many characters I saw. I think I saw 6 characters. So we should have another collab on like the 7th or the 8th, and then we'll have another one on like the 21st of next month. And then we'll get back into a regular schedule of having normal stuff again once this collab stuff is over. But that is it, guys. Let me know if you guys pulled, or if you pulled anything on this banner. If you went for Azure, Lenneth, or Freya, definitely let me know. Hope you all have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. And like I said, have a wonderful day, everyone.